refuse to look like my problems. It's already a luxury to get on a plane and go to another country. That is already a blessing in itself. So who are we trying to prove? I've had a lot of people be like, oh, I didn't know you didn't have money like that. Oh, I didn't know that you were struggling like that. Well, that's because I would much rather people assume that I am well off or I have money than people assume that I'm struggling. So I don't look like I struggle because I make it that way. But for today's video, I just wanted to give you guys tips and basically mistakes that I've made while traveling so that you can save a lot of money and you can have a really good travel experience without breaking your bank. So let's get started. So the first thing that I did when I realized I'm traveling soon is buy a suitcase. And the first thing that me and one of my siblings did is that we went to Goodwill. Let me show you. I already packed this one, but let me lift it for you. This one right here is a vintage suitcase that we found at Goodwill. This is a decent, I wouldn't say carry-on, I think it's too big to be a carry-on, but it's another suitcase where I'm putting all of my main clothes. So guess how much those two were? $10 each. So I paid $20 for two good quality suitcases. And the thing is, like, I've had people like try to tell me, oh, you should pay full price, but why though? If it's a good quality suitcase, the zipper is fine, the inside and the outside look really good. What's the need to, like, are we doing it for ourselves? Are we doing it to impress other people? Like, and a lot of times your suitcase, by the time it reaches another country, it becomes busted and musty and dirty. It's gone through so many checkpoints, and the people handling the suitcases sometimes like don't take care of it or treat it right. So it's like, why put all that money and energy into suitcases? So when I traveled in 2016 to Somalia, what happened was I underpacked. I didn't pack anything. No makeup, no skincare, no, like, even undergarments. I did not pack enough of them. I was pretty embarrassed because I had to go to my siblings and constantly ask for necessities like shampoo, conditioner, hair mask. I didn't bring anything because my mindset was like, I would rather bring little to nothing than too much stuff. So then when I had a chance to travel last year, I did the exact opposite approach where I overpacked. I had two full big suitcases filled to the brim with everything. Like, basically I brought everything in my closet with me to travel. And what happened was that was also a complete disaster because it was overpacked. But because I've done two mistakes, this third time, my advice to you is to always bring the one sweater or the one outfit that you wear every day. If it's a black scarf, bring that black scarf with you. If it's a specific undercap, bring it with you. Don't use traveling as a chance to be like, oh, let me force myself to wear colored scarves and refuse to like pack any black ones. I made that mistake, and what happened was I was literally in the sink washing my one black scarf to wear for the next day. Do not do that to yourself. If you are someone that constantly wears black, bring those black clothes. If you have a hoodie, let me show you something. So a lot of y'all can recognize this hoodie. I wear it almost every single day. It is very embarrassing. But you know what I'm not gonna do? I am not going to not pack this because I'm bringing this one and the other two black ones I already own. I'm bringing all three because when you're traveling, the last thing you want is to be in a foreign country with unusual and like new experiences without bringing things that you are comfortable with. So this is going into my small suitcase. This is the same hoodie, number one. Number two, the lace is gone. I'm bringing that too. And then this is another one I wear a lot. Because I wear it a lot, I'm bringing it with me. And then I wear this one a lot too. I'm bringing this one. I wear this Harvard shirt a lot. I think you guys have seen me wear it a lot. I'm bringing this. And then here is the third hoodie. So they're all the same. The thing is, having that mindset that, oh, I want to be super fashionable when I'm traveling is a really bad idea, because all it does is kind of set you up for failure. Because when you are tired, when you're jet lagged, and when you're completely exhausted, the last thing that you want to hear is, hey, let's go grab some food, and you only brought heels with you to the trip. So don't do that to yourself. Always bring comfortable stuff. My next tip is to bring your favorite layering item. So for me, it's this one. This overall you've seen me wear loads of times, and the reason why I'm bringing this is because I'm not dumb. If I want to make my outfit look fancy, I wear a sweater, put this on top, and then that's the look, you know? And then if you want to look presentable or look nice for any events you're going to if you're traveling, or if you want to look fancy, or if you're not sure if the weather is going to be too hot or too cold. Always bring like 2 pairs of blouses with you. The next tip is, if you are someone that sweats a lot, or if you have a lot of BO, I know it's not really TMI, we're talking about everything, okay? You gotta bring undershirts. So when you're on the plane, when you're traveling, when you're walking in unknown places, there's a good chance that you will start to sweat in ways that you've never sweated before. So I recommend bringing like a bunch of undershirts. Like basically, if you sweat a lot, it will take a lot longer for other people to know, if that makes sense. Like, you put on your deodorant, you're walking by, and then because it's so hot, you start to sweat. Because it's cotton, it traps moisture. So I'm bringing 3. Next is books. If you are not a reader, or you have not read more than 1 book this last month or this last 2 weeks, do not bring more than 2 books tops with you on the trip. In fact, please don't bring any books at all. I'm going to tell you something that was very embarrassing. So I packed with me, I think like 3 books, like this type of heavy, inside one of my backpacks that I was using as a carry-on. And I thought like, oh, on the plane, I'm going to read and be so special. All it did was cause unnecessary weight. Like, I was even debating picking up these books and throwing in the garbage because that's how heavy it was. So if you're someone that does not read, please do not bring it with you on the plane. Just bring like the thinnest book you own, or just 1 book you're thinking about reading, because I promise you, you're not gonna read it. I just recommend just like downloading a movie or something. And this is for people who are trying to force themselves. When you're traveling, don't think, oh, I imagine myself reading. Don't put yourself on a pedestal, or put what you're hoping that you would do on a plane on a pedestal, because I promise you, the airplane is a very uncomfortable place, and you're already sleep deprived. If you're traveling for a 10-hour flight, if you have a 7-hour like layover, you're not going to be reading. So I don't recommend this. And for packing your suitcase, I recommend not buying packing cubes if you don't have that kind of money. So packing cubes cost a lot of money, just kind of like suitcases. Packing cubes at Target, I saw it was $40 for 5 of them, and they're not all big sized. There was like 2 that were reasonably sized, like up to here, and the rest were like this tiny, and they were charging 40 bucks. And the reason why I don't recommend packing cubes is that I just feel like instead of buying 2 $40 packing cube sets, you could save that $80 for COVID tests, because when you're going on planes now, you have to buy COVID tests. So those COVID tests are $70 per person. So instead of using $80 whole on packing cubes, just use that money for things that actually matter. What is the solution, you may ask? Cup food bags. Packing cubes and cup food bags literally do the exact same thing, but it's just bags don't look very aesthetic. But here's the thing, if you don't have money like that, don't live above your means. Be smart, because who in public is going to see your like suitcase opened? Nobody. So it's like, you can dress nice and you can look nice, put on some makeup, I guess, but don't like swipe your credit card to buy packing cubes if you don't have that kind of money. Play smart. Just cup food bags. I'm serious, like, I'm not lying, this is not funny, I'm being completely serious. Use cup food bags. Your underwear in one, your bras in one, your like 2 sweaters in one, and then just have it kind of organized in nice neat piles inside of your suitcase. If you don't know how to get all of these cup food bags, and you don't live in a house that has a bunch, here is how you can get them. Step 1, go cup food shopping, right? So imagine I'm in the checkout line. This is the checkout line, and the guy is asking for my card and stuff. Here's me packing my stuff. So here is the thingy, right? You just grab your stuff and you put it in like that. You just say, oh, I gotta add some more. You add 1 more, and then you add 2 more. Like, literally put 4 bags into one tiny amount, so that you can have enough cup food bags. And if someone asks, you could just say, oh, I need some more support, because it's not a big deal. Do not bring your bigger camera if you can. If you have just the G7X, just bring that G7X, because the stress of bringing a very fancy lens and keeping it in your carry-on, people asking you to pull it out and putting on the tray, and then just the chance of it getting smushed by accident, someone stepping on your bag, that is a very stressful thing to go through, especially when you're traveling. So don't bring your big fancy cameras. Don't even bring a tripod. Just bring the one camera you own and just the batteries and the chargers for it, and just keep it pushing. My next tip is to bring this, a surge protector. I got a pack of 2 for $5 at Sam's Club, but I'm pretty sure it's at Walmart, Target, any other place. Bring these with you, because instead of buying many of those traveling, what do you call them? The adapters that you need to transfer from American plugs to any other country like the UK or Africa, anywhere. Instead of buying like many of them, just buy one of those and bring your surge protector. Relying on the airplane's little sample hand sanitizer, I remembered I literally had a headache using their hand sanitizer because it stinked. Like, it smelled really bad, and I remember just like my hands smelled like real bad, and I had to go into the bathroom in the back to wash my hands because that was nasty. So basically, don't rely on their wipes or their hand sanitizer. If you have hand sanitizer you like, just bring it with you on the plane, for goodness sake. Even if you're not a fan of using fanny packs, please buy them, because these things are going to save your life. So basically, you know that fear of like, oh, did I lose my passport? Did I lose my phone? Where is my phone? Where are my headphones? Have it all in here. So then let me just snap this in for you. So this thing is snapped. If you keep your passport in here, you keep all of your belongings in here, and then carry a backpack with you. If anyone asks for your ID, if they ask for money, or if they ask for your passport, or if you're looking for your phone, if everything is right here very close with you, it kind of protects you from thieves. If it keeps you safe. And basically, having everything here, when you're sitting on the plane, you can easily just like take out your earbuds, put it in here. And please don't forget Advil. Even if you're not the type that gets headaches a lot, you're gonna get a headache when you're sleep deprived, you're sharing the same air as everybody else. Please do not forget tissues. Buy these pack of 3s, put one in your backpack, one in your fanny pack, because I promise you, even if you're not the type, if you're very healthy, you're not sick, you don't get allergies, you will start to get runny noses. I recommend bringing your own favorite coffee with you on to a trip, because the last thing you need is to go to a place that you don't know and find out that the only way you can get Starbucks or Caribou or any kind of coffee, it's like, you say, like half an hour drive. I'm going to show you a quick clip right here of my favorite powdered coffee that I get from a place near my house, and I love this coffee so much, and I'm basically bringing 2 big packs of it. And I really wish I did this when I was in Somalia, because there were days where I really needed that energy, but I just did not have coffee. Don't bring something you'll know you will be completely devastated if you lost it. Basically, do not bring things that you know you would be completely heartbroken, like a family relic or a special item, because the last thing you need is to be in a different country and then losing that item for whatever reason. Maybe hotel is cleaning and the item goes missing, or maybe you dropped it on your way to the next airplane. Do not bring those type of items with you. If you have bras, bring all the bras you own, even the ones that are like kind of old or worn out. Please bring those, because the only time I'm recommending to overpack is when it comes to bras and underwear. Bring as many of those as you can, because those are the items that are going to be really hard to wash, especially bras. So just bring as many as you can. Completely TMI, but please bring yourself Pou Pourri. I didn't buy it yet, but I do need to buy it because I'm leaving very soon, and I can't forget this one. If you're traveling, especially if you're going to share a hotel room with somebody else, if you're going to someone else's house, especially when you're traveling, please bring yourself some Pou Pourri. I'm gonna buy it soon, but I know people are gonna probably make fun and be like, ha ha ha, but it's like, you literally need that stuff when you're traveling, because the last thing you need is to mess up your digestive system, because it is not healthy to hold it in, and it's very like, you're going to set yourself up for a lot of health problems in the future if you know, basically just bring it, just bring that stuff. This tip is for safety. Do not be that person that says, oh, I have a 7-hour layover in Chicago, oh, look at me. Do not post where you're going, which city you're going to, what time you're arriving. Don't post that you are going to spend hours at a city. Do not do any of that. Do not be that idiot. I'm sorry. I know this is probably going to be written off as like, oh, you're being paranoid. Do not let people know everything that's going on about your life, your whereabouts, especially when you're traveling. And it's for safety, because you never know who is watching your content and who is spying on every little thing you do. Yes, even if you're not a social media person, you don't know who's watching your content and who's watching to keep up with all parts of your life. And it is so dangerous to say, oh, I just got on a flight here, and like, do not post a picture of your flight so that someone could have access to, okay, she's going here at this time. Don't. Just for your own safety, don't do it. But anyways, that's all I have to say in this video. I'm trying to think, like, what is something that you guys really need that it's going to save your life, basically. But yeah, I guess that's it, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.